Hey everybody, this is one of my quick review videos, and if you're confused as to what this is, what you're watching, and why it's not a full reaction/review analysis video, make sure to click the first link in the video description below or the annotation up above my head, and that should answer all your questions about this new series. Don't worry, the reaction/reviews that I do are not being replaced, they're not changing. I just want to bring you guys even more content in addition to those videos. Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's talk about Starlight by Taeyeon featuring Dean. This track was actually a really cool collaboration, and I'm glad to see SM doing this type of thing. Dean is a really interesting artist, and stuff like this I think could really increase his popularity, as well as result in some really cool music. The track itself was kind of a slow jam, kind of laid back, but it still manages to be something that I would actually listen to on a regular basis. They avoided a lot of the pitfalls of kind of basic male-female duet songs like this, and managed to make a really interesting, unique, and engaging song. It definitely has a lot of like late 90s, early 2000s influences, like those chirping kind of distorted percussion sounds, like a clipping sound. Those were definitely big in the late 90s and early 2000s. Listen to a lot of Christina Aguilera tracks and tons of other music from that era. You'll definitely hear stuff like that. But at the same time, this really wasn't a period piece kind of drawing all of its inspiration from that period. The bass line reminds me much more of like an 80s hit or even an earlier 90s R&B hit. And then the percussion and the drum samples actually sounds a lot more modern, especially that snare sample, you know, kind of punchy, overdone. I really like their choice there. And then of course the vocals, which are the focal point of the track. I thought that Taeyeon made this sound absolutely effortless. Even to the point where Dean, who is a really talented and smooth singer himself, sounded like he was trying hard to keep up and really match that kind of style that Taeyeon was setting. And that is absolutely no criticism against him. It's just the fact that Taeyeon nailed this song and made it sound absolutely effortless and easy, and just like it flowed from one word to the next just perfectly. I like the tone of voice she used on this song. It showed a lot more variation, a lot of artistic maturity, and I also liked how the two singers really complemented each other with their vocal tones. The one thing that I will say though is that it sounds like the two vocal parts were actually recorded at different times, maybe even in different places. There was a little bit of a detached sound between Taeyeon and Dean's vocals, and despite the amazing vocal production and the effects that kind of blurred them more together, there was still a significant difference in sound, and it may be that they recorded it like sitting literally next to each other at the same time. I have no idea, but maybe because of mic or preamp choice between the two singers, or differences in their vocal tone, or differences in EQ and processing in post-production, it did sound a little bit more distant, which makes me think it wasn't recorded like right next to each other at the same time. And then arrangement-wise, I thought it was really good as well, you know, dropping out that one section towards the end where it was mostly carried by the vocals. That was really cool. And like I said before, they just didn't fall into a lot of those common like cliche pitfalls that this type of song can easily fall into. And the arranging and songwriting was no exception. You know, it wasn't anything super surprising. It was still sort of predictable, but they did enough cool stuff with it that it didn't sound like boringly predictable. So anyway, this was a really cool pre-release track. I really applaud SM for this collaboration and just doing this in the first place, and I'm really looking forward to hearing Taeyeon's main release because I really enjoyed her solo debut last year. And let me know in the comments section, what singer or artist would you most like to see Taeyeon collaborate with in the future? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.